Welcome back, everyone, to the ATSD show. As always, I am your host, Aiden Davis, and let's talk about some of the Star Wars news that we have gotten this week. As most of you know, which I would be surprised if you didn't, the Bad Batch Season 1 ended last Friday by the time I'm recording this video, and the ending sequence of the episode heavily featured Nala Se and basically what her role is going to be in the Empire. A couple days later, it was revealed that the base she's going to be working at is Mount Tantus. Now, if you're a Legends fan, like myself, certain aspects of Legends, right? Nothing's perfect. But you'll know that Mount Tantus appears in the first Thrawn trilogy on the planet of Wayland. It is, in fact, the planet in which Thrawn and Captain Paleon find the insane clone of Jedi Master Joruus C'baoth. And it was actually revealed that Mount Tantus, one of its roles, was used in the Emperor's plans for cloning. So this was revealed through the concept art of the Imperial base, so that's something that's really cool to see. I know a lot of Thrawn fans are excited because it gives you a lot of ideas in your head where they could take this. It could just be a fun reference, but knowing who's behind the show, knowing that Dave Filoni is behind the show. Here, for example, Season 1 of Mandalorian, the Gunslinger episode, right? It was an average episode. You know, it wasn't the best in the whole season. But at the end of the episode is what got everyone talking. And that is, of course, Boba Fett's first appearance in The Mandalorian. Now, at a lot of time, people doubted it. But, you know, Season 2 rolls around, and then Boba Fett is heavily featured in The Mandalorian. And in the behind-the-scenes footage, it's revealed that they always knew it was Boba Fett, even way back while they were shooting Season 1 of The Mandalorian, because of the Spurs sound effect that is so synonymous with Boba Fett. So, I don't think Mount Tantus is just going to be a throwaway thing just to be used in the Season 2 of Bad Batch. I think there's a possibility that we could see Mount Tantus in other shows, like Ahsoka or Mandalorian Season 3, which is really cool to think about. Made a lot of Legends fans happy. You know, bringing the fan base together is always a good thing. When everyone is happy, Disney should be happy because that's when they make the most money. But anyway, that's besides the point. Moving right along, some other stuff popped up in the Star Wars world. We got an official trailer for Star Wars Visions, which is, I'm not much of an anime guy, but I'm really excited for the series, the stories that are going to be told in it, the art style of the animation for the different short stories that are going to be told. You can really tell that a lot of love and effort was put into the series. And, you know, it's introducing me to the avenue of anime as a storytelling device, which is really cool, you know, because that could lead me to checking out other types of anime. The only other anime-esque type stuff I've ever checked out was in the Halo Legends series. There's a story about the Arbiter. But anyway, that's besides the point. This is a Star Wars show, not a Halo show. So I could talk about Halo a whole lot, but we're here to talk about Star Wars. So I really liked what I saw in the Visions trailer. Specifically the kind of old man insane Sith. I think that's going to be a really cool story. I also like the plot line of the twins, one who's fallen to the dark side and one who stays in the light, which is very much kind of reminiscence. Here's another Legends reference to the Sons of Valkorion from Star Wars The Old Republic. They both kind of started out neutral, but it was the brother that was always beat down, and his father thought nothing of him, who eventually did fall to the dark side. He did end up killing his brother. So that's kind of a cool thing to think about, because of course, as to be expected, family and found family is always a huge part of mostly any Star Wars story you'll ever come across. I've kind of been lacking on the comic side of Star Wars more recently. In terms of that stuff, I've mainly been focusing on War of the Bounty Hunters, which is basically the new storyline that is the equivalent to what Shadows of the Empire was for Legends. Basically, in between 5 and 6, the Rebels and the Empire trying to get their hands on Han Solo. Really cool stuff, really great storytelling, really good comic art and illustrating going on in that side of Star Wars. And of course, the big thing being the return of Crimson Dawn, and why it makes the most sense that Kira, who is now the leader of Crimson Dawn, would want to get her hands on Han Solo because of their past relationship. In terms of High Republic stuff, I know a lot of novels, like more like young adult novels have been coming out, and of course the comics have been going on as well. Mainly, I'm just going to be waiting on the next mainline novel, which I think it's kind of far out, but it's not too far out. And I'm really looking forward to that, to see the continuation from The Rising Storm, because I really, really enjoyed that novel. It's now one of my favorite canon novels current day. So that is all really cool stuff. And, we have Book of Boba Fett coming up, and I'm just super excited for that. I'm super excited to see the kind of stories we're going to get in that. There's been talk that we're going to get post Empire Strikes Back stuff, storylines where Boba is a little younger than he is in Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2, which will be cool to see. Of course, I'm always looking forward to seeing Tamora Morrison's acting, and Ming-Na Wen as Fennec Shand. I'm really excited to see the performances that they put on for the series. There's a whole lot of potential and different avenues that the show can go. I'm really hoping it really dives deep into the underworld of Star Wars more heavily than even Solo, let's say, right? Because Solo was very much focused on the underworld of the galaxy during the reign of the Empire. Now we're going to be focusing on the underworld after the reign of the Empire during the New Republic era, which will be cool to see kind of the shifts, if there are any, in the dynamics of how the different criminal syndicates operate. So all really cool stuff happening in Star Wars. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we are, of course, getting a Season 2 of The Bad Batch, which makes sense because of what was set up in the season finale. So another thing to look forward to, and of course, there's Ahsoka, there's Obi-Wan, there's the Cassian Andor show. There's a whole lot of Star Wars content coming up in 2022. It's my personal opinion that 2022 is going to be the year of Star Wars. I think it's going to be great for the fandom, and I really just can't wait. I have been your host, Aiden Davis. This has been the ATST Show. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. See you later.